Hi there. In this video we'll be covering where can I get a ghostwriter for cheap? It's an important question and one I want to explore further with you. By the end of this video we're going to cover all the places you can find book ghostwriters and why hiring a ghostwriter for cheap could actually cost you more in the end. I'll also share a secret tip for lowering ghostwriting costs that doesn't involve hiring the cheapest ghostwriter you can find. Let's dive in. And also stay tuned till the end for a free gift. You can go online right now to Fiverr or Upwork and find a book ghostwriter for $50 or $100. You can do that. It's available to you. You can find people to ghostwrite for you for that amount of money. But at that price point, what quality are you going to get? What experience are you going to get? And who's going to be taking on your project that's going to be able to deliver quality? You know, it's a really interesting dynamic. You know, I've actually applied for projects on Upwork and Fiverr for lower price points. And I've always found that the projects hit a snag, they're not working out the right way, or I'm not engaged in the project because I'm only getting a certain amount of money. You know, it's just not enticing to draw high quality ghostwriters at that price point. Instead of those options, there's a couple places I recommend looking. One is Reedsy, which is a publishing platform that has a lot of book ghostwriters and writers on it. I would also look at LinkedIn, which is a popular platform for ghostwriters. And another option is the Association of Ghostwriters. It's actually a network of ghostwriters. I'm a part of it. And it's a really interesting collaboration. It's so exciting to be a part of a group like that, you know, where you can talk about ghostwriting concerns. With all of those platforms, there's a vetting process involved. You know, with Reedsy, you have to publish X number of books. With the Association of Ghostwriters, you have to publish X number of books to be included. There's a vetting process involved. There's a high quality standard that needs to be met in order for ghostwriters to be included in those platforms. Ghostwriters at that lower price point are going to be inexperienced. Inexperienced ghostwriters probably don't have a lot of experience. At that lower price point, they may not have published books before, they may not have ghostwriting experience, English might not be their first language. You know, all of those issues compound. You know, when you look at quality and you look at dependability, you want to hire a ghostwriter you can trust, that knows the ropes of writing a book, the publishing process, has some, you know, experience with these things, who can guide you on this journey. You know, I think of ghostwriting a lot as the ghostwriter is driving the car and you're in the passenger seat, you know, and they're kind of, you know, directing the way forward. And you're giving directions, you know, hey, let's go here, let's do this. You know, with an inexperienced ghostwriter, do they know how to drive the car? And if they don't know how to drive the car, it's going to create so much strife for you. It's going to create so many problems for you. And they may not crop up all at the same time. They may crop up over time. How do you trust the material that's being written? Was it written by somebody human? Was it written by AI? Was it plagiarized? Was it not plagiarized? You know, there's all these quality control standards that kick into gear when you hire an inexperienced ghostwriter. And the less experience they have, the more you're going to be unsure. You know, you're going to be checking everything they do. You're not going to be operating in trust. And because of that, you know, you're going to have so much stress in your life that you don't need to have. Book writing is difficult enough. You don't need the stress of having to monitor and track every single thing your ghostwriter is doing because you don't trust them. Trust is tantamount to the experience. It's tantamount to the relationship. And if there's not trust built in, it's really going to be difficult for you to have a good collaboration with your ghostwriter. The ghostwriting relationship is a long-term one. You know, you could be writing the book over the course of 3 to 6 months, maybe 9 months, maybe 12 months. You know, I've had collaborations that last for a year and a half. You're going to want to like and connect with the person that you're working with. And if the relationship doesn't work out, or if the ghostwriter isn't doing a good job, you may need to replace them and find somebody new. That's not a fun process, you know, of having to pull back the project and then give it to somebody else. That's a really, really big step and something that you don't want to worry about. Importantly, too, hiring the wrong ghostwriter could ruin your credibility. What if they end up plagiarizing something in your book that you're not aware of, and then it gets published? And then you get burned on social media, online, you know, in respected corners that you plagiarized your book. Then it becomes an issue of either you were poorly managing the project, or you were relying on people that you couldn't trust, or you plagiarized. You know, this can be career ending. This can be really damaging to you if you hire the wrong person and they're not following those guidelines and those steps. The best way to trim costs on working with the ghostwriter is to do some of that prep work yourself, to write some of the chapters yourself, to do as much of it as you can ahead of that engagement. It actually will lower the cost then to actually collaborate with the ghostwriter instead of having them do the bulk of the work, the bulk of the planning. You can also that way kind of narrow and keep parameters around the project. If you do all the planning work and prep work ahead of time and you have a quality standard set, there's less that the ghostwriter can screw up in a way. You know, there's more that you have control over, and you have more control over the project, then you can lower the cost, which are both good things. If you want to learn more about ghostwriting, head to my website, goodghostwriter.com. There you can sign up for my free emails, tips and insights about ghostwriting, and also book a free strategy call with me. I want to hear about your book project. I want to talk to you about your book and see where I can help you along the way. Remember, good ghostwriting makes great books. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.